Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network.
'Cause you make me feel like I've been locked out of heaven.
A mix of today's hits and hard-to-find favorites, combined with the most entertaining and intriguing talk anywhere. This is your sound. This is the sound of Universal Broadcasting Network at ubnradio.com.
Jump off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, love, laugh, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Fay on ubnradio.com.
And welcome. My name is Dr. Marissa. There we go. And you're listening to my weekly talk radio show called Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa every Tuesday at naturally high noon here at ubnradio.com. Located at Sunset Gower Studios, where Dexter and Scandal are filmed. But this show is not about scandal. And you are listening to Hope and Happiness, because that's what this show is about. So there's no angry ranting, no political rhetoric, no gossip, no scandal, and no K-words. Kardashian talk. Instead, I want you to focus on your own reality show and how to be happy 88% of the time. I'm your host, Dr. Marissa Pay, and thanks to my station managers, Tony, Paul, Brett, and sound engineers, Garrett. Oh, Garrett, I need to thank Garrett. Garrett is actually back in school, and I wanted to thank Garrett Palmer very much. I forgot to do that last week. It was his last week with me, but maybe we can do a little pause. Tuning in right now, Garrett Palmer, thank you. And his mom, Suzanne. He's going to have a brilliant future, no matter what he chooses to do. And let's see. And now that Garrett's gone, we are blessed to have my new assistant producer also running my soundboard. So welcome to Jarvis Essex. Woo! Yes. He set the intention a year ago to want to work with me, and here you go. Well, if you missed any of my past shows with past Oprah guests like Dr. Pat Allen, Janine Roth, Fran Drescher, Dr. John Gray, Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, also known as my big brother, Don Miguel Ruiz, Melody Beattie, Leave It to Beaver, Jerry Mathers, and Rick O'Berry, please check out my iTunes and my YouTube for free podcasts. And thanks to those guests, combined with my many wonderful Asian awards lately, Asian Entrepreneur of the Year and Best in Entrepreneurship by the Asian Heritage Society, I am now being introduced as the Asian Oprah. So thank you for that wonderful, scary moniker that I get to step into. And it is a whole lot better than being called the Asian Dr. Phil. So the Asian female Dr. Phil. So, but we're here, and this week it's that time of the month. It is time for call-ins, and we have guests who are calling in to get their life tires balanced with Dr. Marissa, also known as the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. So without further ado, I think we have our first caller. If you want to be a caller in the future, please contact Jarvis at my website, and we'll put you, because I'm kinder, gentler, you don't have to be on hold forever. So please do contact us, and we'll get you on that list. I'm actually doing a live call-in show again on my NBC channel on Thursday at 7 p.m., so you'll want to tune in to hear more call-ins where I get to smog check your BS, your belief systems that don't work for you anymore. So without further ado, I think we have Danielle from LA on the line.
Hello.
Hello, Danielle. Welcome to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, where I get to give you advice that I don't have to use.
I love that.
Yes. And thank you for coming on. I'm going to give you a little bit of an assessment, a balance assessment. So are your feet on the ground
Yep.
and palms up?
Okay.
And gently close your eyes, taking a deep breath in through the nose. And releasing all the stories and the drama. We're just going to clear out, find that still place. Breathing in again. Soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees. And one more time in through the nose into heart chakra. And on the release, opening your eyes gently. And on a scale of 1 to 10, let's look at your relationship with your health on a scale of 1 to 10. Happiness scale. How happy are you with your health? 1 to 10.
5.
5, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then on a scale of 1 to 10, happiness scale, how happy are you with your relationships?
1 to 10 or 0?
Ooh, okay. I think you just answered my question. All right. And then finally, your relationship with your job or career. How happy are you with that?
I would say a 7. With that one.
Okay, good. So the first thing I want you to do is what's interesting with the law of attraction is that what we pay attention to the most grows. So I always like to start in gratitude. So because your highest number is 7, I want you to say with all of the earnestness you can and all of the passion that you can, what are you grateful for in your career right now?
Well, first of all, I'm grateful for even having a career. I'm grateful for that.
Okay.
I'm grateful that I'm able to sustain a lifestyle.
Okay. Good. So you have money, energy for
Yes,
for comfort.
and I'm
Wonderful.
grateful for the people that I work with as well.
Great, great. So take a deep breath in. See that feel good thing? One of my teachers, Brother Ishmael Tete, says that when you feel good about one, it kind of spills over into other areas. So the other areas kind of listen in on the good stuff. So that's we're priming you for that. So let's go to the other one, the one that's at 0 on a scale of 1 to 10. So relationships.
Yes.
Tell me what is the largest source of unhappiness since it's so low on the happiness scale.
What is the largest? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What is the largest source? Why is it a 0?
I would say the lack of relationships, good quality relationships, authentic relationships.
Okay.
I would say that would be the source of why it's
Okay.
at a 0.
All right.
Um,
Go ahead.
That's not to say that I don't have any quality relationships with people. I feel there's a void in that area.
Okay.
So that's why I put that at a 0.
Okay. Why do you
but
think that is? What would you say is the reason, if you could put your finger on it?
My reasoning would be because I'm just starting to build a healthy relationship with myself. So that, in my opinion, is at the core of the reason. I mean, I don't understand how I can have healthy relationships with other people if I don't have a healthy relationship with myself.
Okay. So if you had a healthy relationship, how would people be treating you?
Just how I would treat them.
Okay.
I just feel like I'm always filled with love and compassion, and I feel like I exude love on every level, and I just expect that type of treatment in return from my friends and anybody I have a relationship with.
So are you talking about romantic relationships as well, or are you just talking about friendships?
I'm talking about romantic, friendships, family, any type of relationship.
Everything. And are there people around you now who want to have a relationship with you?
I think there are some people that are around me who would like more of a relationship with me.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I hear a but.
I don't know what my problem is.
Okay.
I tend to kind of be like an introvert. Stay to myself a lot, so I don't know where that comes from. But
Okay. One of the things about relationships, you actually have to spend time with people.
you do.
Yes, I'm
That's part
sorry.
of it.
You cannot have relationships and live on a desert island or sit on your couch and play Candy Crush or watch Netflix by yourself and have a relationship.
Mine is lifetime. Oh my God.
Okay. All right. So now we're getting to the moose on the table. So the moose on the table is you want to have relationships, but being social or being connected and relationships. I don't like the fact that they take so much time myself.
Right.
I want to have relationships, but I'm not necessarily available to invest the time that it takes to have a relationship. Or as my best friends will tell you, I'm really good about saying, I want to talk to you because I got to talk to you about me. But I'm not as good about, I want to talk to you and find out how are you doing and what's going on with you. And then I do run the 21-day fast from complaining, so I have a very low tolerance for complaining. So as soon as I hear they're complaining, I'm like, gotta go.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so there's lots. So let's put some BS on the table. Some of the belief systems that are keeping you from being happy in your relationships. And one is that relationships just naturally happen. And when you find people that click with you, there's no work, it just happens and it's beautiful and you hold hands and sing Kumbaya. So that's BS. Okay. I don't know any relationship that is not some work. So the balance here is trying to find relationships that take some work, but not a whole lot of work. Because there are relationships where, it's just too hard. And the way I look at it, I have this little model. So you have 100% of the people, and there's 20% of the people where it's really easy to get along with them. They have similar interests, they have similar likes. You say something, they go, I was just thinking about that. You don't have to explain things a lot. And those are like top 20% of the people on the planet. Then there's the 20% on the other end where it just you cannot seem to click. There's just nothing. Every time you start talking, it's an argument. Every time they open their mouth, you're irritated and frustrated. And what the problem is many of us have those 20% in our life, and we keep trying to get milk from a tractor. We keep going to those 20 to try to make things work, to try to make it better. And it's like, leave them alone. Let them be with people where it's not that much work, and you be with someone where it's not that much work. Okay. Now the other
That's big.
Oh, is it? Okay. See, and many times, those of us who have been through difficult relationships growing up, mom, dad, teacher, siblings, we subconsciously try to fix those relationships in our adulthood. So we're drawn to people who are problematic the same way that the primary relationships were problematic. So if you grew up with someone who was highly critical, I can almost fortune tell my clients that come to me for life balance coaching, if they have a boss who is horrific and nitpicky and critical, and they hate their boss, but they can't quit the job, and I asked them what their last boss was like, and it was like, same thing, and the boss before that, and then guess what? They grew up with someone in their home who was exactly like that. All right? So the common denominator is not the jerks. The common denominator is the self. So with that awareness, Are you going to the Tractor to Milk? Do you seem to pick people to want to be friends with who just aren't easy to be friends with?
Yeah.
And then when that happens, it's like, oh, you know what? Friendships are overrated. I really don't need friendships. I can sustain myself. Lifetime movies will keep me going for the rest of my life. And I really don't need, I can feel through the movies. I don't need a relationship. And then we throw the baby out with the bathwater. Sound familiar?
Mm-hmm.
And
Very.
yes. And I didn't screen you. I've never talked to you before. So this is just right. Okay. So I love this. So the second part of the BS is we don't have to spend our whole life waiting for that magical top 20%. And trying to make people fit into that category. And I call that the best friend syndrome. Dr. Marissa's best friend syndrome is because I would have so much envy when I would see best friends and they're all right? And I didn't have I don't have a best friend and I'm not contacted with those people that I grew up with and blah, 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 and oh, poor me. And it's like, you know what? I have really good friends. I have people in my life who are very different than me. I just was there. Hi, Maria. but she's my best friend. She's one of my best friends because we have a relationship. We keep in touch. She knows what's going on in my life. I know what's going on in her life. We don't talk as much sometimes as we do other times. We don't get together as much as we used to. Our kids grew up together. And so we have a wonderful relationship that is real. And we don't always agree. We don't talk about politics. And it's a great, it was a great lesson for me because when I stopped looking at what I don't have and actually looked at what I did have, I found such wealth in what I have. So when you're feeling like, well, why isn't anybody calling me? Or why am I the one who always has to make plans? Why do I always have to come up with the ideas? I don't feel like it. I would just rather, I don't like compromising. That's one thing about relationships. You can't always have it your way. I really hate that part. I really wish I could change it. But I have to take turns. My turn to pick where to eat, your turn to pick where to eat. And yeah, you know what, Danielle, it is a whole lot easier to not be in a relationship. It is easier. There's you can do whatever you want, when you want, how you want. Okay.
Right.
But I promise you, there is nothing that gives you the kind of feeling like a relationship, like a friendship, like a romance.
Right.
There's nothing like that feeling. It is totally, totally worth limiting the number of hours that you get on Lifetime starting today. Okay. How many hours do you normally watch a week?
I don't know. A lot.
Okay. So give me a number.
The weekends are consumed.
The weekends are consumed. Okay. So we'll shape you down. I'm not gonna do cold turkey, but one of your weekend days, no Lifetime.
Okay.
So pick one that you can, and then the other one from this point forward, this is your homework, or what I call home play. You are not going to watch Lifetime. So is it Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay. Sunday you're not going to watch, and you're going to, I know. You're not going to watch, and you are going to, what do you like to do? What did you used to like to do? Do you like dancing? Do you like singing? Do you like...
I love to sing. I love to read.
Okay.
Now I like to just be outdoors, really.
Okay. So, that really helps when you're sitting in front of the TV watching Lifetime.
I know. Just getting me to get outside.
Yes. You're not bringing a screen outside. So next Sunday, you're going to take a book with you, and you are going to go down to the beach. And Venice Beach is a fabulous place to just sit and be amused. It's like a show for free. Okay?
Okay.
And you're going to sit there, and then after spending 4 hours by yourself doing that, I want you to make plans with one of your new people to come and just have a cup of coffee or a drink or a light lunch somewhere near there. So you will have a date, romantic or otherwise. That's your day. Your relationship day. You don't have to do it any other day of the week, just Sunday.
Just Sunday.
Yeah. Or was Sunday the one that you wanted to watch?
No, Sunday.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'm not going to kill you. So you can watch Sunday, but Saturday, that's your homework. And we are so blessed. We have meetups, that whole system of social system where you can, what you want to do. You can look on the internet for book clubs near you, all of that kind of stuff. The world is your huge oyster. Okay? So do this. It's a 90-day prescription.
90 days,
So that'll give you 3 months of Saturdays. And I want you to call back in and let me know, or email me and let me know what's happened.
I will. Thank you so much.
My blessing. Thank you so much, Danielle from LA, for calling in.
Thank you.
And if you've just tuned in, you're listening to the monthly call-in episode of Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, also known as the kinder, gentler Dr. Laura. And we'll be right back after this break with another caller.
Celebrate summer and find a perfect bathing suit to show off your beauty. Yvette's Bikinis on Main Street in Seal Beach will flatter your body with bikinis, bikinis, cover-ups, sundresses, and other accessories in all shapes and sizes. Visit www.thebathingsuitqueen.com and get 25% off any purchase, because it's never too late to have fun in the sun. Do you want to be a part of a holistic solution to our broken jail system? The Emerging Leaders Academy is helping reduce the California statistic where 3 out of 4 people return to prison within their first year out. In partnership with the LA County Sheriff's Department, LA Urban League, Goodwill, Long Beach PD, and the Agape International Spiritual Center, ELA, a nonprofit program, is a transformational path to opportunities with responsibility and a recognition of the unique role we all have in this thing called life. If you would like to be a partner in someone's inside-out transformation with career development, entrepreneurship, therapeutic literacy, financial education, and hope to those who think they have no alternative than to return to jail, then be the change you want to see and become an ELA partner. Visit emergingleaders360.org today.
And welcome back. You are tuned into Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It, Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa Pay. That's P for positive, EI. And today is a call-in show, and we have volunteers who are calling in to get a little bit of balancing in their life tires and smog checking of their BS, their belief systems that don't serve them. Before we go to the next caller, I did mention that one of my newest and honorable monikers is Dr. Marissa, the Asian Oprah, and so that just means I have to give stuff away. So today's giveaway is a phenomenal DVD. If you haven't seen her, she's been on my show twice, and she is one of the rehabilitators of the children of war in Uganda, the Kony soldiers who were forced to fight. I'm sure you've heard of it on the news. In 2012, there was a big effort in America to bring awareness to it. Kudos to those people who did, because I didn't even know about it. And then when I did, I asked the global ministry director, Reverend Carolyn, to hook me up with Jane Akayu, who came on the show a couple times, and Brian Single, her fabulous director, who put this DVD together. And so he gave me a couple extra copies. So if you'd like a free copy of this DVD, please do contact me at forbalance.org. There's a guest book there, and just put DVD and I will get that to you. And congratulations to Maria last week, who won the book from David Beck. They Ask You What. And if you missed that, it was a fabulous episode of Back to School where all the middle school questions about sex that they ask, like, will my penis snap? So if you missed that show, you'll have to go to iTunes or YouTube and take a listen to that. And as usual, please give me the thumbs up anywhere that you like on YouTube or iTunes of any of the past episodes, so we can get more funds from the companies to invest in more shows. So thank you very much. And it looks like we have our second caller for today's call-in episode of Take My Advice, I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa. Please welcome to the show, Tasha Rae from Detroit. Hi, Tasha.
Hi, how are you?
I hope you felt good with that applause. That was just
I did. It felt wonderful. How are you today?
I am happy, thank you. And how are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you for having me on today.
Absolutely. And the first thing I like to do, just to center, is to have you sit somewhere where you can put your feet flat on the ground and your palms up for reception, and gently close your eyes and take some breaths with me so I can align with you. Breathing in through the nose and releasing through the mouth. Good. And again, in through the nose, into that heart chakra. And releasing all the stories and the drama. And one more time, in. And release, gently opening your eyes. And now doing a little assessment of your life balance on a scale of 1 to 10 on happiness. How happy are you with your relationships right now?
8.
Ooh, okay, that's great. With your health on a scale of 1 to 10 happiness?
4 or 5, 4.5.
4.5. And then with your job, career, your creativity, scale of 1 to 10 happiness?
7.
7. All right. So the first thing we do is to affirm what is working, and what is working at an 8 and a 7. So give me 3 things that you're grateful for in those 2 areas so we can anchor those.
Okay. Grateful for my relationship, that I have a lot of spiritually grounded people around me.
Great.
I'm grateful for in my relationship that my son is a very wonderful, bright angel that teaches me a lot every day. I have a wonderful relationship with my child.
Wonderful. How old is he?
He is 11. He'll be 12 in a couple of months.
Great. And you can shout out to him now. His name is?
Andrew Howard.
And what do you appreciate most about Andrew Howard?
His relationship with spirit.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. And lastly, for my relationship with spirit. My relationship with spirit.
Great. Yeah, I call mine the UPS man, Universal Power Source. And
ooh, I love that.
He delivers every morning when I pray and meditate.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you. All right, so let's go to the 4.5.
Okay.
Yes. So what is limiting your happiness in that category? What's giving you the 4.5?
I've been a vegetarian for 11 years, and my body is telling me I feel my body's telling me I need more protein, and it's showing up with dreams about chicken. I haven't eaten chicken in years. And so I'm noticing that because I'm honoring what's coming up in my dream time. And so I've slowly been taking little bites of meat here and there, but I'm just still not feeling it. But I know that I need to do something else around my health and the protein.
I should have gotten Chick-fil-A to sponsor this episode. Okay, so if that's true, then why the 4.5? Is it feelings of guilt? Is it feelings of regret? Or why the 4.5?
Well, because I feel like I'm not really honoring my body, because I do feel healthier that I've been a vegetarian. And so I signed up for groups to learn how to cook more vegan and vegetarian, but I just haven't done that. So it's almost like And I miss meat. I stopped eating meat because I had some kidney stone stuff going on years ago. So it wasn't because I didn't like meat or I had any other affinity to it.
Right.
So maybe some guilt. Maybe it's like my mom keeps saying I'm playing a mind game with myself. Maybe I just need to go eat a steak. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to tread very carefully here because I'll tell you, two very important people in my life are going to be wondering what I'm going to say. One is my teenage daughter who's a vegan. She's 16 and she's a very strong vegan. And then my big brother, Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith.
Yes, my big brother also.
Yes. So okay. So let's put the moose on the table.
Okay.
This area, there's a very strong sentiment lately, more and more, that eating anything that is living that you have to kill, and that's that side, the guilt side, that is wrong to do that, and you shouldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the other end, we have the argument of, well, we've been killing animals since the Old Testament, and they are put on this earth for us to eat. So I've heard. So does that sound like the two polar opposite anchor?
Yes.
Okay. So if we get swept up in arguing, we lose our center. We lose our balance. So what I hear you saying, and you've been doing it for how long? 11 years?
11 years,
Okay.
yes.
And before the 11 years, you had kidney stones, correct?
Yes.
So
yes.
kidney stones are pretty much a direct result of how you've been treating your body.
This is true,
Okay?
yes.
So it sounds like being a vegetarian for that amount of time, and you've not had kidney stones since.
No, I haven't.
Okay. And so there was some benefit.
Yes.
Okay. And, and then to balance that out, I'll be honest with you, when my child first went vegetarian, I was like, oh no, she's going to be one of those picky eaters. And then to make matters worse, she became vegan while I was away in Brazil. So I feel that, there's a lot of people who are like, oh gosh, really? But I have to say, watching her eat what she does and watching her monitor and also balance, and she does really try to get a lot of protein, because that was a deal I made with her, that the only reason I was gonna allow this, because she's under 18, she's still under my permission care, was that she got enough protein.
Right.
So it sounds to me like there's something before you introduce meat. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go there, okay? Because you do say you miss meat, and I'm totally with you. I am one who does not like any kind of lack and limitation kind of talk. So you tell me what I can't have, and I want it. You
That's
tell
right.
me what I can't do, I'm going to do it. So
Yes.
I have that kind of personality. So I know that my knee-jerk reaction, unlike some other people, which is 25 years, my knee-jerk reaction is 25 seconds. So I have to stop and say, okay, before I do this, what other things can I consider? So I hear you saying, I want to explore, but I also still hold some of that belief that it's best for my body if I don't. That's what I hear.
Yes, you're 100% on.
Okay. So if that's true, then what is the downside to staying off meat for now and introducing just more protein? Okay. And if you don't, what have you been eating for protein?
I'm doing the beans. I do some protein shakes,
Okay.
But a lot of different types of beans.
Okay.
And I'm tired of beans.
Yes, I would be too. I don't even like beans.
Are you a vegetarian?
I tried vegetarianism and I made it 220 days.
Oh, that's good. Some people can't make it a week, so that's good.
Well, I'll tell you exactly why I made it that long. When I came back from Brazil, my daughter looked fabulous. She had been a vegetarian for 30 days, and I said, "Wow, you look fantastic." And I said, "Well, maybe I should try it." And automatically, my 14 and 16-year-old daughters both say, "Mom, you'll never make it." That's all I needed, and that's why I became a vegetarian. The over-under bet from the one was a week. The other one was 30 days. So I have to overdo everything. So I made it the 220 days. I actually counted it down on Facebook. And then when I ended up going off, I still felt guilty. So I still only posted food from my daughter's plate. And then last week I put sushi on there, and I got busted by Roxanne Lawrence's sister, who said, that's not vegan, or that's not that doesn't look vegetarian, and I just ignored it.
And I do eat fish. I do eat some fish.
Okay.
So that's
so
I do.
you do. Okay.
But I'm tired of just eating fish also.
Yes. So it sounds like, and because you are grateful for your job and you have, some funds, I'd like you to try once a week to go to different vegetarian restaurants. Just once a week. You don't have to go exorbitant. But this is just to open up. And I'm going to have to get this restaurant to be one of my sponsors now, because I'm going to, love the heck out of it. One of them's LA Vegan.
LA Vegan,
got
Vegan,
and it's really, really good.
Okay.
You can there's lots of Chinese places. There's the family restaurant on Atlantic, and that is Chinese vegan.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Chinese vegetarian. So there are lots of other different things besides beans. Trust me, if it was just beans, I couldn't do it. The other thing that I'm going to get probably killed for is what I've become is 88% vegetarian. And I know that the vegetarians and the vegans who are hardcore are going to say, you can't do that. You either are or you're not. And you know what? I don't care.
I don't either. So it's good.
I'm going to be 88% vegetarian. And so I will have the occasional sushi, and I will have the occasional anything. But predominantly, I actually have now developed a love for tofu. I never liked it. I'm Chinese. I still never liked it. But there's a restaurant in Seal Beach where I live called Basil Leaf, and they know as soon as I call and I say I want grilled tofu noodle bowl, that it's me, because it's really, really good. So if you're down in Seal Beach, look me up and we'll go there, and I'll introduce that to you, because it is so, the variety. You don't even have to cook it first. You find your palate. Treat yourself once a week, once every other week, depending what your budget is, and just explore before you throw the baby out with the bathwater and go to Morton's and have a steak. And trust me, I love Morton steak. So now I can say that and get them to sponsor a show too. But but here's the thing. For me, it's all about balance. For me, it's not about punishing yourself. And it's also not about, going overboard. I do know that healthy eating has never been more important to me than it is right now. That the fact, when Fran Drescher came on and talked about, cancer and how 90% of cancer is avoidable. That made me sit up. And the more research that I've done, and we look at the extremely alarming numbers of more cancer, from last generation to this generation or 2 generations back, what are the things that have changed for everybody? And I look at processed food. I look at what we do to food with microwaves. My father was a microwave technologist. I don't think there's an accident that he had lymphoma and died early. We eat more Monsanto type foods. So all of those things, I think, are contributing to more cancer, more heart disease, more all the things that are spiked, even psychological, emotional problems.
That's right. I agree.
So if that's true, and we don't know if we're going to live, we don't know what's in the future, although I know I'm going to be eternal. And we don't know for sure where we came from, but I know we came from an eternal place. And we
That's
only
right.
have this bracket of time. This is it. The life as we know it right now, where we're breathing in and out, and we're breathing in with chi, and we are connected to each other, and we're living and experiencing what it is like to live on this planet exactly as we are right now. That's what I know for sure. And what I know for sure is that I want to live as long as possible, because I have things to do.
That's right.
People
That's
to
right.
see and things to say on the air. So I want to keep my body temple as healthy as possible, which you are doing. So
Yes.
I don't want you to go to the other extreme. So just stay with how healthy you have been eating, and get rid of the beans. And so
I like the 80% and occasionally anything. I like that. That really sticks with me. It feels really good.
Good. So then adopt that. I'm actually 88% because,
Okay.
eight's a lucky number in Chinese, and so my show's about 88% happy. So I'm 88% vegetarian, and for the hardcore, I'm sorry, but for me, that's the most important balance thing. So when I have choices now, I choose healthy. It feels good to eat healthy. It feels good to go to flavor yogurt instead of ice cream and get a pitaya or an acai bowl. I love the way it feels to eat healthy. So I know that you're there. You cannot have such a great relationship with spirit, and you cannot have such an amazingly positive, I feel your energy right now. You cannot have that without acting on your own behalf when it comes to health.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does. I totally receive it. Thank you.
Good. And so I would like to also promote whatever it is that you have going that expresses your creativity. So do you have your business that you would like to give a little shout out for, or?
Yes. Well, first of all, thank you very much. I just want you to know I really resonate with everything you said, specifically around the health. I really do. So thank you. I think my 4.5 has already moved up into a 6.5 right now.
Awesome.
Just with my consciousness, and I'm looking forward to going to the restaurants. That's really good.
Great.
I am a healer, and I am an empath, intuitive. I allow spirit to work through me. I don't do anything. Spirit works through me as a healer. So one way to promote my business is Looking Beyond. It's a website, and it talks all about the different type of healing modalities and how spirit uses me. The Holy Spirit speaks through me. And for the last 22 years, that's how some of the ways I've been playing in the world. Okay. So I'm just being led and allow spirit. So I invite people to meet me there, they can call me, also contact me via telephone, and I would love to see how we can play and work together and heal. I'm just here being used as a powerful presence for spirit to connect me with my tribe like right now. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. And how do they find you?
They can go to lookingbeyond.com, and it's under Tasha Rae. I'm under one of the master healers, master psychics. Okay. And they can also contact me at 562-217-0041.
Wonderful. And so I'm going to take advantage of 2 more minutes and have you just read me right now on the air, since you are, you can take that breath in. I'll take one with you. And what do you see? Ready?
Oh, I would love. Okay, let's take a breath in and take it out. First of all, you are such a beautiful bright light. You just have yellow and orange and green surrounding you. It's swirling in and through you. You are so guided and protected. You are here for a powerful, powerful opening. You're you're unfolding, and as you continue as this show, it's more than just this show. This is your beingness and your way of walking in the world. You are now calling forth others that are collaborating with you, because the vibration is now at a time where we can come together and people can really move for where we're going, because you've always been a step ahead. You've always been a visionary. extraordinary and in knowing this. But now we've been waiting for other vibrations to catch up. And we mentioned our dear brother, Reverend Michael. He's one of the spiritual vibrations that you're in. So this will continue to unfold. The orange and the yellow that's around you is creative energy. So keep moving your shoulder blades. Keep allowing that chi energy to move up and down your back and your spine. And even right now, move your neck over a little bit and just continue to allow your daughters. Oh, my God, they're such bright lights. They're just so, it's just such a powerful grounding energy for you that's moving through. So I'm just blessing you, surrounding you with love and light, and just grateful to be in your presence because I can feel my heart chakra just opening as you breathe and as you're sending energy. And you are changing and shifting and transforming so many lives just by your presence. Aww. So I thank you for letting me share that with you.
Share, Tasha Rae.
Yeah.
Yay! Wow, that was a bonus for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Peace and blessings.
Yes, peace and blessings. You have a blessed day.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Wasn't that wonderful? That was a nice little unexpected bonus, but I wanted to take advantage of it. I am feeling truly lifted and in so much gratitude. All right. It's time for my Welcome to the Balance Bar. And I have a little magic wand that sort of comes up. There we go. All right, Tasha Rae, I'm going to ask you to hang up, and then I will connect with you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Love and light. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. The balance bars are, let's see. I'm going to be teaching on Yoga Day because balanced Tai Chi Gong has also been called Chinese yoga. So I think many of my listeners know that I teach this 28-minute moving meditation that promotes inner peace, one breath at a time. So if you'd like to come and see me do that, it's on Saturday, September the 20th. Mark that on your calendar at the Agape International Spiritual Center. And you can get more information on the actual yoga day for those of you who have always wanted to try it, or for those of you who are immersed in it. We have a wonderful day of all different kinds of yoga, as well as the Chinese yoga. All right, and that is one on the balance bar. The other one is that we're celebrating International Peace Day on the air, September 21st. So the yoga day is the 20th, the 21st. Both of those events will be bracketed by two of my peace shows, and we're very fortunate to have Reverend Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. He'll be calling in. I'm going to see if I can get him into the studio on the 23rd of September. And then the Tuesday before that, we have the author of Rainbow Bridge, Brent, who has this 14-step path to world peace. So we're really going to talk about not just about the esoteric, but if we really want to move into world peace, what is going to have to happen? Because I'm all about action, because willingness without action is a fantasy. So we're taking International Peace Day very seriously on the air for those 2 weeks. Round 39 of the 21-day fast from complaining has started. September 1st was day 1. Today is day 2, and it's one of my favorites because the balance tip of the day is never miss an opportunity to keep your mouth shut. Yes. Yesterday was easy. It was day 1, and you could basically complain, start over on day 1. It was day 1 all day, so you didn't suffer for complaining. But today is day 2, so please try not to complain. If you have to keep your mouth shut, please do, unless it's adamant to talk at work, but please do not complain. I really would like to see how many listeners that are participating on this 21-day fast from complaining with me, how we can make it through. Because if you make it through, you get a gift from me. And so I want to see how many listeners, and then I'm actually going to have you call in if you can make it all the way through. All right? So that is the balance tip for the day. And you can also register for that fast. It's not too late on my website, the number 4balance.org. And, drum roll please, At the end of September, I will be on CBS Emmy-nominated show Recipe Rehab with my daughters, and we will be cooking, making my ancient Chinese secret, which won't be a secret much longer after the show, fried rice, 8-jewel fried rice, and it's going to be a fun show. So please do tune in, check your local listings as I surf other networks besides NBC, and am going to be my first time on CBS, actually. So it's in the morning. Check your local listings. Recipe Rehab. That's on the 27th, September 27th on Saturday. The rest of the year, I wanted to give you just a little hint on the fabulous lineup. I mentioned Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. I have Nick Yaris coming on, who spent 8,000 plus days on death row and was exonerated because of the DNA testing that is now possible. You won't want to miss that. Park Hardal, who is this amazing musician who I found on Pandora and just happens to be represented by Harlan Ball, who is a publicist that I use a lot, and it was one of those Twilight Zone things where he sent an email and he just so happened to mention Paul, and I go, oh, I wanted him on the show. So he's coming on, as well as Marianne from Gilligan's Island. So lots of great guests from now to the end of the year. Next week, we are going to put the moose on the table about divorce. Many of you know I'm happily divorced. I have my favorite divorce lawyer coming on, Tom Rollo, so you won't want to miss that show. We're going to, if you have any questions about divorce or questions you want to ask Tom, please do email me ahead of time. And that, again, you can contact me at forbalance.org. And that is it. We're running out of time, so thank you for joining me this week for another fabulous episode of Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa Pay. That's P for positive, EI. Remember, it's all about balance. Peace in and peace out.
My mark like initials carved in an old oak tree. You wait and see. Maybe I'll write like Twain wrote. Maybe I'll paint like Van Gogh. Cure the common cold. I don't know, but I'm ready to start, 'cause I know in my heart I wanna do something that matters. Something different, something that sets the whole world on its ear. I want to do something better with the time I've been given, and I want to try to touch a few hearts in this life and leave nothing less than something that says I was here. Think I'm all
Welcome to the new sound of online radio. Welcome to the sound of Universal Broadcast.